All right, hello. Welcome to the weather updates. 8:30, March 27th, 2021. We had a nice clear sky to start, and it actually lasted for the part of the early afternoon, and then these high clouds you see off the left kind of rolled in on us. I was trying to load a longer satellite loop. This is the only one I can load because if I try to load this 60 frame one, you can see the Cirrus isn't on us. I just wanted to show you. Try it again. Let me try a 60 frame again. Just refresh this. This is the problem. It's not loading. Yep. It's not loading. Let's try this again. All right. Yeah, you can sort of see the Cirrus there rolling in on us. I don't know. The weather service site is very slow. Probably because there's another severe weather outbreak in the south. But you can see the Cirrus kind of rolling in on us there. And you can see, again, all the tornado watches, severe thunderstorm warnings, and a number of tornado warnings. Looks like in Arkansas, into Missouri there. So yeah, very disturbing to see more severe weather going on again. And if we look at the radar, you'll see here all the severe weather going on in this area right here, all the way through northeast Texas, through Arkansas, Little Rock, into Tennessee, and then there's another area of severe weather around St. Louis as well. So yeah, and over here too as well. And this whole system is moving toward us. It is moving in our direction. And there actually is a slight threat of severe weather actually for. Let's go to the Storm Prediction Center here. And look here, and you'll see here again. There's those red areas again. I mean, this is unusual to see this. These red areas, these very high risk areas right here that I just showed you. Extreme northeast Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, into Tennessee, and you'll see here that when we move this to day 2, what's going to happen is, let's move this to day 2, and you can see there's the tornado watch. By the way, this is the tornado watch number 60. If we look at tomorrow here. Let's go look at tomorrow here. Day 2 convective outlook. All right, that's day 1, but let's go to day 2 convective outlook. And you'll see that they have a marginal risk of severe weather actually just to our southwest in much of the state of New Jersey. Otherwise, we're just in a general thunderstorm risk. But you'll see that the slight and enhanced risk now moves to the east coast here for around Virginia. So we are going to see this storm system affect us tomorrow. And I'm sure if I go and pull up the lightning, there's probably a ton of lightning out there. Let's go ahead and look at that right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this. This is crazy. Tons of lightning right around Texarkana. Oh, they're getting pounded right now. Lots of lightning. This is very unusual to see. I mean, it's only March. I mean, usually we don't start seeing this until we get further along into April, so we're about a month ahead with the severe weather. And you can see also around St. Louis, also lots of lightning as well. And then if we go off the East Coast here, off Virginia Beach too, look at all this lightning going off. That is pretty crazy right there. 213 strikes a minute. That is insane. So, yeah, this is going to be quite an event that's going to be heading in our direction here. So, going back to the weather and hazards map, let's go and look at some of the observations across our area right now. So, right now, temperatures have dropped. We're in the mid-50s, but it was pretty warm in the afternoon. But right now, we're in the mid-50s, upper 40s out on the east end. The city's in the upper 50s. Let's take a look at New Jersey. Toms River also in the mid-50s. Let's take a look and see what our high temperatures were today. So we'll do that. We'll go to the high temperature. Let's see what the pretty warm today. So well up into the mid-60s, just as I thought. 66 in Carl Place, 64 in Farmingdale, 64 at Islip, 65 in Farmingville, 66 in Manaville, 63 at West Hampton. Seabreeze didn't kick in until later. 68 on the North Shore, close to 70. So, yeah, about 10 degrees above normal. East End, a little cooler, around 60 degrees. And let's look at the city. So the city also got 68 at Central Park. That's pretty warm. And I see some 70s in central New Jersey around Edison. I bet Toms River got up there, too, to 70. Yep, 70 at Miller Air Park, 67 in Toms River proper, 73. looks like in Whiting. So yeah, another really warm day. But there was a sea breeze along the shore there. Got up to cooled things down to 60 at Seaside Heights. So yeah, we'll look at some other. So they're talking about a heavy line of showers and thunderstorms possible, and points north and west late. So the Weather Service already has this hazardous weather outlook for tomorrow. There could be some severe thunderstorms, perhaps in our area, for tomorrow night. And we're going to have to look at that as well. So I'll just go over some more observations here for you here. So right now it's 54, but you'll see that it was pretty warm in the afternoon, mid-60s. You can see what happened here, and you look at these observations. It was clear, and I was in the Pine Barrens, and the sea breeze front actually moved through while I was there. We had this bank of cumulus clouds build over us, and that was a sign of the sea breeze front. So you can see it right here, where it was 64, and then the sea breeze front came through, and then it started dropping after that as we got later on into the afternoon. So that's the kind of thing we saw in a lot of places, at least on Long Island. However, if you go into New Jersey, they probably didn't see that. So when we go to Miller Air Park, let's see if they actually had a sea breeze front passage there. It looks like they actually did have a sea breeze front passage, but not until much later into the evening. Other than that, they were very warm. So, yeah, warm day across New Jersey, warmer than Long Island, not surprising. But we've got to deal with the storm that's heading our way. So let's go look at the models here, and we'll go ahead and look at that after you enjoyed that nice day, because we've got a really active weather day for tomorrow. All right. So here's the storm right here on the GFS. You see it in the center of the country here with the severe weather that's all here. Obviously, this is kind of misleading when you look at this. If we look at the NAM 12, you can sort of, maybe it looks a little more active, but it's very misleading when you look at this. You don't realize all the severe weather that's going on there. All right. But let's go here, look at the GFS here, and I'm going to use this mode here to show you all the severe weather that's going to blossom up tonight. Look at that. So it's actually going to blossom more up tonight here as this moves further to the east. And then we start seeing the rain move into our area tomorrow morning. We get a little break in the afternoon, and then the cold front comes through in the evening, and that's when we could see our severe weather. And you can see those tight isobars there. That's what we're going to be dealing with Monday with the strong cold winds. And then the high starts moving offshore Tuesday. Next storm system comes through around Wednesday, another cold front. And then we have another high built in, another cold high for Thursday into Friday, bringing more cool weather. And hopefully that one will stick around through the weekend. So let's get a little closer look at our area here, and we're going to look at the NAM 12. This is the 18Z. All right, so here is this system that's approaching our area. So you see that heavy rain. This is the warm front. So if you draw this out right here, you'll see this is the warm front right here. All right, and then over here is the cold front. All right, so this is the warm sector right here. And this is where you're going to have some showers and thunderstorms. Could be on the warm front side of it too, but the cold front side is where we're really going to watch that. And then as this moves eastward here, get rid of this, you will see here comes the cold front. It doesn't really look all that impressive on here, but we know sometimes the models underdo things. So expect a round of heavy rain in the morning hours to late morning, then a break in the afternoon, and then in the evening, another round of heavy rain. Looks like around 8 o'clock or so with the cold front. And then you can see the cold front come through. But notice when you look at the isobars, they got that V shape. When you see that V shape there, if you just mark now, I guess we got to draw this again. But you see that V shape here. When you see that, that's indicative of a possible severe storms with strong winds. When you see that, so that is our risk for tomorrow. And then that moves away, and then we have those strong winds on the backside of the front. Notice how tight those isobars are for Monday, and it will be quite chilly behind that front. So the next thing I want to look at on the NAM 12 are the dew points, because there will be a surge of humidity with that warm front that comes in. You'll see, look, dew points get well into the 60s over New Jersey in the afternoon. May see some of that on Long Island. It looks like it's sparing us the worst. This is why the warmer, more humid conditions are going to be over this area here. So that's why they place this area in that marginal risk for severe weather for New Jersey. And then you can see that sharp line from the humid air to the dry air that will come rushing in on Monday night. So the next model I want to look at is the HRRR. I don't think we have the 0ZH and unfortunately we don't. So we'll have to use this model. And I'll use this one, too, to show you the dew points as well. So you can see, look at how high those dew points get over New Jersey. And it could also be accompanied by some warmth, too, which will help fuel the storm. So you can see, and then that dry air just comes racing in for Monday. And look at some of these very strong winds on Monday. Be a very windy day on Monday. But the good thing is we'll have some rain, so that, at least we won't have to worry about the fire risk. So let's look at the temperatures here on these HRRR, because I have a feeling with that humidity, you're going to see a surge of warmth. Yeah, look at that. So you're going to be going well into the 70s in New Jersey, and there could actually be a break or two of sun, especially over New Jersey. And that would help just to stabilize things that much more. And then you see those high dew points, and then high temperatures, and then that really starts cooling off. Now, for Long Island, we'll probably be around 60, but it'll really start cooling off into the 30s by evening, and then for Monday, we're in the 40s. So, very impressive front here. So let's look at the radar simulation for the HRRR. So here comes that first batch of showers with the warm front. Then we get a little break, and then the second batch of showers starts developing. And this is that line that would be right around 7, 8 o'clock. Could be a line of severe thunderstorms. Looks like it's mostly over New Jersey. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. That could be some severe weather right there. And, any severe thunderstorms capable of producing a tornado. So keep that in mind as well. And then behind it, you see those look at those tight isobars. Wow, that is really tight. So there's going to be a lot of wind Monday, especially in the morning. So if the thunderstorms don't get you with the wind, the gradient wind behind the front certainly will. Certainly will. So we will go back to the NAM 12, and I'll actually look at the winds now. So you get to see what happens here with the winds. So look at this. So this is the NAM 12, and look at that. This is Monday morning, and you're going to have sustained winds, especially on the east end of at least probably 30 miles an hour. So some very strong winds. Looks like Long Island will get the worst of the winds, at least according to the NAM 12. But we know this is a little misleading. It underdoes it. It doesn't look that bad. When we go ahead and we look at windy and Ventu sky, you'll see it'll look a lot more impressive. So let's see how much rain we're going to get out of this. Total accumulated precipitation. And like I said, with the heavy showers, we'll see. We could see a good inch of rain out of this. So even though we're going to have strong winds Monday, the ground will be wet. We're going to have rain, so we shouldn't have to worry about fires. This is the HRRR, of course. I got to go back to the 18Z for that and show how much rain we get here. Now, the HRRR is a little different. It's not quite as generous with the rain. It seems to have more of the rain to the north and the west, and not too much of rest, but it should be enough to avoid, hopefully, any major fire danger that we would have to worry about. Before I go further, let's go and look at windy.com. Actually, let's go ahead and look at ventusky.com for tomorrow. This also uses the HRRR, and will give us a little higher resolution of what's going to happen. So yeah, they're flying the planes over us. I'm sure you can hear that. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, you can see what happens tomorrow. See how it really warms up over Jersey. It really warms up. So definitely 70 degrees and humid too. But you can see that strong south wind that we're going to get. It's going to be coming off the ocean for us. So that'll probably keep the clouds around and fog and maybe some drizzle and keep it should calm the severe threat somewhat. This is why the severe threat is mainly over New Jersey. If we go and we change this to humidity and look at the dew points here, you'll again see those really elevated dew points, mid-60s. Very unusual to see this. Very unusual. So now we move over to the thunderstorm threat. And we're looking at the Cape here on the HRRR. Nothing too much to see here in the morning, but as you get to the afternoon, you'll notice that you'll start seeing some Cape values over New Jersey. And it's mainly over New Jersey because this is where it's going to be warmer. This is where it's going to be more destabilized. We can also look at the wind shear. There's plenty of that. And we'll look at the lifted index as well. And you can see here, again, you can see these lifted indexes over New Jersey are pretty impressive. And it kind of just falls apart by the time it gets to Long Island, which wouldn't be a surprise with the ocean kind of moderating things a little bit. So that's why I don't think Long Island will see these severe thunderstorms. We could still see some heavy showers of thunderstorms. But as far as the severe stuff, I think that's more likely over New Jersey. And if we actually move this to the clouds, It'll show you if it shows some breaks in the clouds at all. It does not show any breaks in the clouds. But there could be some breaks over New Jersey. It's always possible. So let's move this along. We can actually look at the wind on this as well. So we'll go ahead and look at that. So this is the wind gusts here. All right, so your wind gusts on this, again, this is using the HRRR. We're looking at vent to sky. So right now you see the wind gusts here. Not terribly too impressive. I mean, it is windy out there. You're getting gusts up to 30 miles an hour, but it gets worse in some of these thunderstorms. Look at that. It's giving us, it's printing out a 64 mile an hour wind gust there around Wilmington, Delaware. And some of that moves into New Jersey, and some of that energy moves into New Jersey. And then you can see we start getting into this. There's a very strong LLJ, low-level jet, ahead of the cold front, and you can clearly see where that front is. It's really very defined, and you can really see where that defined. It brings that front approaching New York City around 7, and then moving eastward across the island after that. So again, very impressive, and very impressive front that we have moving through the area. So we'll next focus to the gradient winds. So we're gonna go ahead and look at this wind gusts for tomorrow. And this is the European model now. So this would be 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you can see it's got some 43 mile an hour wind gusts over Long Island. It actually gives us worse, which wouldn't be a surprise because of the south wind coming off the ocean. But as we get into the evening, 8 o'clock, now we're dealing with 52 mile an hour wind gusts. So Monday, we already start seeing the winds drop off a little bit more as we get into Monday, according to this model, at least not according to the European model here. It'll still be windy, but it won't be a crazy wind like what we're going to have Sunday night. And that's where we're going to see our worst wind. It's probably Sunday night. That's where we're going to see those 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts. And again, in the thunderstorms, it could even be higher than that, because if we go and we look at, let's see, can we change the This is not the one I can change the altitude on. I think it's the other one. Yeah, it's this one. I can change the altitude on. I don't think I could change the altitude on this one. I wish I could. I thought you could change the altitude on this. I don't see that option here. I think it's the other one. I think it's vent to sky. So if we go ahead and we actually go back to this model here, again, this would be the HRRR. So we're looking at the Euro. I thought they had... They usually had a thing to look at how high above the surface. Oh, here we go. You can't do it with wind gusts. That's why. I knew it was this model. I knew it was the windy.com that had this elevation. So, because I wanted to show you the winds at elevation. So, these are the winds at 3,000 feet for tomorrow at 2 p.m. And you can see southwest at 58. So you can see the very strong winds that are going on aloft right now. And if we move that along, here's 5 o'clock. Again, this is aloft. This is about 3,000 feet up. Southwest at 72. So some really strong winds just above the surface. And then when the front comes through, we'll have less winds aloft. But it's that LLJ, which is going to be right around that, that we're going to have to watch for. So I got to move that up this here. This is this. You can clearly see the LLJ here. So this is where the energy is, and this is why we have to worry about all this wind energy in the atmosphere. And any thunderstorms that develop could be severe and damaging, and could even produce a tornado. It's not out of the question that we will see a tornado in the tri-state area tomorrow. So I know no one else is saying that, but I really think it's a possibility with so much wind energy in the atmosphere. So once we're done with this, I'll talk about what we're going to be having for the upcoming week. All right. So once this all moves out of here, Monday we will have temperatures in the 45 to 50 degree range with that high building in, and it'll be breezy and blustery. And then for Tuesday, a little milder. We'll have 50s, maybe near 60. The next system comes through, and we get some chances of rain and some moisture. And then this is when the really colder air comes in for Thursday. Look at that, mid-40s. And Friday, we are struggling to get above 40. So that's how cold it's going to be. And then it gets a little better by the weekend with temperatures moderating back into the 50s. So we're going to go ahead and now look at the sky forecast as far as clouds go, even though we have a lot of other stuff that we're going to have to watch. Here's Monday. You'll see here, should be a mostly sunny day. Tuesday as well, I think we'll have a mostly sunny day. Then we'll have more clouds for Wednesday. And then Thursday, we may have some instability, cloudiness with this lower that's going to be hanging around. Hopefully that gets out of the way for Friday, and we got a clear day on Friday. And then perhaps some more clouds by the weekend. That is the GFS. We'll go ahead and look at the NAM now as far as the sky goes. So you can see these little breaks that develop on the NAM, especially over Jersey. And that sun comes out, that's going to help to stabilize the atmosphere that much more. So here is Monday, and you see maybe a few clouds. It looks like maybe a few more clouds over Long Island. Clearer over New Jersey, I think. And then it looks clear into Tuesday. You can also get the RGM as well. Whoops. Here's the RGM. So as we get into Monday, you'll see it should clear out. Monday should be a mostly sunny day. It should be a very nice day. And Tuesday, too. So we should have really 2 nice days in a row, hopefully. But it will be, especially on Monday, it will be a little blustery. It'll feel a little cold, obviously. But it should still be a nice sunny day. But, of course, the main thing that I'm focused on right now is the risk for tomorrow with the storms. So that's one last model I'm going to go look at here as far as the storms go. This is the NAM. Again, you can see that round right here around Sunday. Here, look at that. Some heavy rain. So there could be a thunderstorm with that warm front, and then here comes the cold front. And this is the thing that's to really look scary here on the NAM. This is the NAM 3. All right, so you can see here, look at that squall line of severe thunderstorms over New Jersey. How we still get a piece of it on Long Island, moving through right around 7, 8 o'clock. And then it moves east of the area. So there could be some impressive severe thunderstorms with this. And, you know, I mean, I would think that the marine influence would weaken it, but sometimes, as we've seen, sometimes that just doesn't happen. Because the waters are not quite as cold as they used to be. So that also has an effect as well. So this is quite an impressive line. And, you know, there's one other thing I'm going to look at here. That's the FGen. We're going to first look at 700 and 800 because this also shows you, again, the lift in the atmosphere. This is the 700, and we're going to go to the 800 too. Show you this too, 850, say. So, I like the 850 better. It's a little more accurate, a little more closer to where the action is. So you can see here where the lift in the atmosphere is, and this is frontogenesis. So this actually shows you where the front is, and you can clearly see this is a very strong cold front that we're going to have to watch for tomorrow evening. So I'll keep you posted on this. Get ready for a really stormy day tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.